So last night my son stopped by for a surprise visit, and as usual he went right to the garage where his fat wood is that he gave me, and he's out there scraping it and lighting it because he's fat wood addict. And now little Josh is practicing his skills, which I should have got on camera, but I was working on some projects in the living room which involves some small pieces of wood, and little Josh came over to the table, picks up 2 pieces of wood, and he's standing there doing this, his ferro rod imitation. So it's pretty cute. So anyway, we go out in the garage, and his father, Big Josh, scraped up some of the fat wood that I have of his, and we, of course, we lit it up, and we're teaching little Josh how to do it. And in any case, Josh says to me, "Why are you leaving my fat wood just sitting around in a box like this?" And I said, and of course he started chopping on it and stuff. And I said, "Well, I haven't gotten really around to do anything with it other than, every now and then I go out there and start a fire with it." And he said, "Why don't you package it up so that it stays fresh?" He said, "Because it's already losing its color," which doesn't really matter to me if it loses its color. It still works good. And then he had a great idea. I said, "Well, I put most of my fat wood in plastic bags and then I store it in my bedroom. But I haven't got around to putting this into plastic bags yet." And he said, "Why don't you store it in your vacuum, your seal meal stuff?" And I thought, what a great idea. So here's my food saver seal meal deal, whatever you want to call it. My sister-in-law got it for me for Christmas. I love it. So one of the first things I did was, it comes with a small supply of bags, etc., different sizes and things. But I went on Amazon immediately after I got it, and I ordered 2 rolls. These are 50 feet long. I believe they're 8 inches wide, and I got 2 of these rolls for, I think it was $25. And they actually say Food Vac Saver Bags, but and I've tried one out and they work perfectly fine. So for anybody, on the side note, if anybody's looking for more bags, yes, these are great. They're just like the real ones that came with it, and that's what they say on the. They say Food Vac bags, and there you see it. It's 8 inches by 50 feet, and I got 2 of those, and it was like $25. Anyway, the way it works is you cut off the size of the bag that you want to use. In this case, I think I made it about 10 inches long, and then you seal one end of it in here. Then you put fat wood in it, and however much you want, and then you flip it around, and then you push the seal and vac button, and it sucks the air out and seals the end of the bag. Now here's one I just did. It's hysterical. It's the coolest thing ever. So I'm gonna do up the rest of this box that I have here. This is the fat wood, the last batch that we got that has the really good color to it. I sent out a bunch of fat wood to several people already, and I included the other fat wood from the prior haul that doesn't really look like fat wood, but Snap Crackles Pops has black smoke. It's crazy that it looks just like plain wood, but it is fat wood. And then of course I think I threw in a piece of this kind of stuff in with each one of the packages that I sent out, just so you could see. Just because it doesn't have that reddish orangey color doesn't mean it's not fat wood. But in any case, I'm going to finish up the rest of this and package it up in these food saver bags, just because it's a fun thing to do, and it'll preserve it. Great idea. So if you've got fat wood and you've got one of those food storage things, a new project. Have fun. By the way, you could put this inside the machine. There's like a razor blade slicer in there, but it's just as easy for me to do it this way. So it's the shiny side. You see there's 2 parts to the bags. There's this that has a quilted pattern that goes down. So you open it up, stick it in there so it's laying across this bar, which is the sealer bar, and drop it down. Close that up, and then for this part all you do is push the seal button, because it's going to seal that shut, and it only takes a matter of seconds here to do that. And then when it's done, the red light will go off, see, that's the red light right there. And then you turn this knob to the open position, and there it is, it just went off. So now you can turn it to the open position. It allows you to open this up, and there you have it. It's sealed. So now what I do is come over here, and let's get some pieces of fat wood. Clearly some of these are too big, unless I wanted to make a really like a long bag, but I don't feel like it. We'll just go for the smaller pieces that will fit in this one that I just made. And I originally was thinking, oh, I'll just put them in there and seal both ends, but then it dawned on me, I'm going to vacuum pack it and see what happens. And so that's what I did. I vacuumed that one. It is so cool. Alright, so I got a bunch of fatwood in here. Let's go back over here. And then what you do is you lay it down in there again. Like that. Come over here. Close that. And then up here on the top, there was the seal button, and then this one is seal and vacuum, so I'm going to push seal and vacuum now. And there you go. And it sucks all the air out, and now I'm waiting for all the lights to go off over there, and it tells me that I can open it up and remove the bag. This is the coolest thing. Vacuum sealing fatwood. I bet this is a first. There, the lights just went off, as you can see. So now I can open the thing, and there it is. Vacuum packed fatwood.